Hey guys, welcome back or welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name is Sahara Coleman. Today I'm going to be recreating this fierce look by Katy. If you don't know who she is a YouTuber, beauty guru, and she is also best friends with Desi Perkins. They created another Dose of Colors collection and I'm so excited for that Friendcation palette. Now let's get started on this video. So I'm first going to be going in with this L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer because I'm trying that trend where it looks like you have like bleached brows, but they're not bleached, they're just like camouflaged by concealer, I guess. So I'm trying that first, and I did just want to go in with a little bit of product to fill in those sparse areas that I have, because even though I do have really thick brows, there's still a lot of sparseness going on all up and through there. So I just want to make sure to fill them in as much as possible, not like going all out, but you know, just a little bit. So I'm first going in with the Colourpop No Filter Concealer, and I'm also going in with the spoolie brush because I'm going to apply the concealer on the back of my hand, then dip the spoolie brush into that to apply it that way, which is not going to work. It's not really going to work, but I'm going to try that. But first I'm going in with the Colourpop concealer because I thought since it's a matte finish, it may also kind of like set the brows, but I did forget that this concealer does get a little bit darker when it dries down, so which means it oxidizes a little bit. So I do end up going in with another concealer on top of that later on, but I'm just starting with this first. So right now I'm just kind of pressing the product into my brows just to make sure it's smooth and there's no clumpiness anywhere. And see, it just wasn't coming out right with this type of concealer. I should have went in with another one that I was going to go in with the first place, but it's okay. You know, you live, you learn, and you go through trial and error before you figure out how to get it right on your own, of course. But on this part, I'm just taking the concealer directly to my brows because I wanted to try that out as well, and it still didn't come out right, so I'm just going to move on to the next part. Alright, so now that I've gotten that product through my brows and I look pretty crazy, I'm going to take my, almost forgot the name of it, my Makeup Forever, good it's on the screen, my Makeup Forever HD Foundation, and apply that all over my face. I love this foundation. It's very dewy and it doesn't leave your skin dry or anything. And it also gives it a flawless finish. Of course, you do have to kind of build it up. 2 layers gets me to the satisfaction that is guaranteed when you build it up. And I'm using that, I'm blending it in with the Japanese sponge. I love this sponge as well. It's so soft, it's so squishy, and it blends out product like a dream. I go between this one and my Sonia Kashuk one, that marble looking one as well, and they're both really good. So you don't need the Beauty Blender. Sorry, Beauty Blender, I had to go there. You went there with the shades, I went there with the sponge. Now I'm going to go in with my newest obsession, the Too Faced Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. This is really good, really full coverage, and really hydrating. You just don't need to apply too much or it will get kind of cakey under the eye. For cream contour, I'm going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Contour Kit, and I'm going to take those 2 lightest shades to kind of like contour and bronze at the same time. I didn't know which one to go in with, and one of them was just way too dark. I think I need the light kit. This is like, I think it's the light to medium contour kit, so those 2 dark shades are a little bit too dark, but they do blend out really nicely as long as you add like an oil to it. So this is the part that I was talking about earlier where I go back over top that, go back on top, wait, of that Colourpop concealer, and I'm using the Too Faced concealer to go over that because it is lighter and it didn't oxidize, or it doesn't oxidize like that Colourpop one does, so it's just going to give it a better bleached look, you know. Now I'm going in with my Beauty Bakerie setting flour powder just to set certain areas so they don't crease or transfer. And I think I'm going to set my brows a little bit with the powder as well. Now I'm going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Powder Contour Kit, and I'm just going to run my brush, my large fan brush, through all three of those contour slash bronzer shades, and I'm just going to use that to contour the face. And I never used a big fluffy fan brush to contour before, but I actually like how it turned out. It got right in the areas that I needed to define the most, so yeah, I do like that type of brush to contour with, so try it, you might like it. Now I'm going in with the e.l.f. blush, and I love this shade Tinkle Pink, but it is a little bit too shimmery. It's like a dupe for the NARS blush, but it's a little bit too shimmery and a little less pink than I would have liked for this look, because her blush definitely did stand out a little bit more. She probably used maybe like a cream blush, I really don't know, but I should have went in with a different darker one. For highlighter, I'm going in with Wet n Wild's Precious Petals, and I really like this highlighter. It's just a little bit too subtle for my liking, but it is very buildable, which is not bad for a highlighter, but I'd like something that can give me that boom, bam, pow, wow right away. Before I go into the eyes, I'm going to go in with my Mario Badescu setting spray, and I'm using this palette to cover up my brows because I don't know how it would react to the spray since I did go in with a cream on top, so I'm just using that to cover them up. For the eyeshadow, I'm going to start off by going into the Okalan Matte and Metals palette, and I'm going to use that gray shade called Stone and apply it all over my lid and kind of blend it into the crease, softening it as it goes into the crease, and I'm also going to kind of wing it out as well. I'm also just going to edit out me doing the other eye just to save time. You know, one eye is good enough. So now I'm just going in with some Ben Nye setting powder just to clean up those outer parts because I was a fool and forgot to put some tape right there to give me that nice angle. So I'm just using this to help me clean it up. It kind of works the same, but it doesn't give you that sharpness like tape would do. Don't be a fool like me. That's all I'm saying. To go on the outer V and across the lash line, I'm going to go in with that black shade called Jet. And how come I didn't see my bangs sticking out at the top of my head? going back in with my blending brush just to blend a black shade and a gray shade together so you can't see where it stops and ends at. Now I'm going in with that shimmery cushion type of shade called Tinsel, and I'm applying that all over the lid. It's like a very creamy texture, and it applies best over an eyeshadow or an eyeshadow kind of setting it because it will crease on its own. And I think it's called Tinsel if I'm not mistaken. And I'm just going to apply that all over the lid, and I'm going to also blend the black shade into that so you can't see any harsh stops and starts. Now I'm going in with the Maybelline Unstoppable eyeliner, and I'm applying that in my waterline and dragging it down a little bit. Not a lot, but just a little bit. After wiping away that setting powder, I'm going back in with that black shade called Jet just to set this liner. Make sure it doesn't budge or run or anything. And I'm also going to kind of drag that onto the outer part just so it's attached and there's no space in between the outer corner. I'm also going back in with that first gray shade that I used called Stone, and I'm just running that along the lower lash line and into the crease too just to help blend everything together. And I did drag it down a little too far, so I am going to take a little bit more setting powder. I know I'm just aging myself by the second, but I'm just going to take a little bit more setting powder just to clean up under there since I dragged it down a little too far. I used the wrong brush, but it happens. So now I'm switching up palettes, and I'm going in with the Bad Habit After Party palette, and I'm going in with that silvery shimmery shade called Strobe Light and applying that in the inner corner. It's a very, very beautiful pressed type of glitter shimmery shade and it goes everywhere, so it's really best either apply it with your finger or spraying the brush, which I'm going to end up doing to make it more vibrant and stand out and stick to my eye, because it was all over my face and all in my eye. And I'm also not only going to put it in the inner corner, I'm also going to drag it onto the lid about like, well, not halfway, but you guys will see, and on the lower lash line. Right here, I'm just kind of trying to blow it off my face, but I am going to go in with my NYX Dewy Setting Spray sprayed on the brush, and then go into that shade and apply it, and watch how much it changes it. It's like a whole new shadow right there. It looked like above and below her eyeshadow was a little bit pink or purple, so I'm going to go in with the purple shade Ribbon and the pink shade Silk, mix those two together, and just apply it around my eye at the top and the bottom to give a little hint of pinkish purplish, you know, because I didn't know if she did or if she didn't, but it kind of looked like she did, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it too. I'm also blending that in with a little small detailing brush from e.l.f. just so it won't apply all over the place and it'll apply where I actually want it to. Now I'm going in with that sparkly silver shade Spotlight once more, just to bring it up on the eyelid a little bit more and like the inner part, as you guys will see, and it gives it an extra pop and you're able to see it, especially when I apply these lashes. Now I'm going to apply my Studio Effect Demi Whispies by Ardell, and they were tough to apply today for some reason. I don't know what was going on. It's like I just have my on and off days when it comes to applying lashes and liner, and today was one of them off days, as you guys will see. You know, let's just struggle together right now. So just watch it. Now I'm going to apply my Lancôme Grandiose mascara onto my bottom and lower lashes. This is my favorite, all-time favorite mascara. It applies so much and it doesn't leave it clumpy, and it's amazing. It's just expensive. For lips, I'm going to go in with the shade Velvet Teddy from Matte first and put that all over my lips. And it is a matte lipstick, but I guess it became a little bit more creamier since I've been using it. And with this heat, I can expect that. Next, I'm going to go in with this dual-ended lipstick from Black Radiance. It's a brown one. I don't remember the shade name because the packaging rubbed off. In the picture, it kind of looked like she had ombre nude lips, so that's what I'm trying to achieve here. I'm going to apply Elf's Lip Plumping Gloss in the shade Mocha Twist all over that. all over the lips. Now I'm going to go in with Elf's Lip Plumping Gloss in the shade Champagne Glam. And with my finger, I'm just going to apply that in the center. It is a little bit lighter and it has a little bit of gold reflex to it, so it's just gonna make it pop in the center, make it a little bit more glossy. I love my glossy gloss. Now that is the end of my video. That completes this look. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.